Hey guys, Allie here tonight. So I wanted to bring up the subject of mindfulness, and this is not a very sexy topic, and I don't think people click on it a ton, but I think it's one of the most important things when it comes to creating a life that we love and manifesting the desires that we want to experience. I think so many of us, myself included, are so in our head a lot of the times, thinking, what do I have to do to get this? What are the steps I have to take to do this? How do I get from here to there? What do I, just always thinking, trying to figure things out, whatever it might be. It could be anything, but just in our minds so much, and our minds are just go, go, go. And, it gets to a point where it's just like, a hamster on a wheel. It's just constantly going, but nothing is coming through. Like we're not having any breakthroughs or anything. And a lot of times that happens because the mind is very limited. It's a loud and noisy area. And when we're caught up in the mind, we only have access to what it's actually experienced in terms of how to do things or what to do or where to go next. It's not the source from where we can pull answers and guidance. It's not the place that we'd want to go to for answers and guidance. That would be, I would say our higher selves. It's all connected. But when you're caught up in your mind and you're thinking and overthinking, that makes it difficult for our true self to come through. It comes through when we're quiet. It also comes through when we're present. It comes through when we're in our body, maybe we're working out, or just any time that we're not stuck in our mind and just thinking. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't come through if we are thinking. It just means it's sometimes really harder to hear, because when we're caught up in the thinking mind, there's not space for this other information or guidance or nudges to come through. So for me, like personally right now, I've been feeling the nudge to wake up earlier. I'm not a 4 a.m. person. I would never be that person, but to wake up earlier and to do some meditations and maybe some stretching. And I haven't followed through on that. I haven't done what I felt the nudge to do. And I know that by doing that, I'm going to have access to inspirations and ideas that my mind is constantly trying to think about and figure out. And it's not coming up with any answers. It's just kind of really frustrating because it's just going in the same direction and nothing new is coming up. And it's quite exhausting as well. And I'm sure other people experience things like this. So I just wanted to share, a personal for me. So I'm sharing this. So I'm going to, the thing we have to do, guys, is especially if we're getting a nudge to do something, is to follow through on that nudge. There's a reason that we feel like, oh, I might want to do this. We put it off because we get lazy, or we just stay in our familiar routines or whatever, but follow through with it. So I'm going to make, a promise and a commitment to myself to follow through on this, because I know it's the next step in where I'm being led. What it's leading me to, I don't really know, but I know it's a step on the way because it feels natural, and I feel a natural pull towards doing it. So like I said, this is not some, how to manifest in 24 hours kind of video, but I just want people to remember how important, taking time and making space and residing in our body and being present and open and allowing the mind to just settle and be calm and at peace is so important for us in our life. It's so important because, as for me, like I said, I've felt nudges and we get inspirations and guidance. And not only that, it really, really helps in terms of de-stressing and becoming present in the moment and feeling good. Anytime I do things like this, especially when I do a workout or I stretch, and meditation too, I feel so good. Every time I do it, maybe not, but for the most part, I feel really good. And so it's funny when I decide not to do it. But the key for me, and it might be for you guys too, is I know that I just have to make a commitment and freaking do it, you know, and not let it, let myself just, stay in familiar ways. When we just stay in our familiar routines and do the same things that we do, we don't make changes that can bring about our desired reality. When we feel nudges and guidance to do something, that's because what we desire is trying to meet us, to come in. But if we're not willing to change our routines or do anything that's unfamiliar and different from what we usually do, it's very hard for that different experience or reality to come in. So this is just, a very basic reminder to make time for yourself, guys, in the day, in whatever way feels good to you. I would never tell people that they have to meditate for a certain amount of time. Everybody has a different way that they can calm their mind and be at peace. Meditation is just a very popular way. But like I've said before, doing art, getting out in nature, being present in your body, doing some sort of movement, all these different things help calm the mind and really ground us in the present moment and allow us to be open to whatever wants to come through for us. So just make that commitment to yourself. If you don't already have something that you do where you take some time out for yourself each day, just make a commitment to do that for yourself. I guarantee you it's gonna bring in some really exciting changes, and it'll lead you in ways that you probably couldn't have imagined, because the mind doesn't know how to guide us to where we want to go, especially if we've never been there. Only our higher self knows how to get us there. So just, take time for yourself. That's one of the biggest priorities we can do, and let your mind get calm and let yourself get present and be in this moment. And allow whatever to come through, and just know that is one of the keys to living an inspired life, is being able to get quiet and to notice the nudges and the guidance and the pulls that we feel as our mind quiets and we have space to receive whatever wants to come through. Okay, guys, I think that's all for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to drop any comments down below, and I'll be back on tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye, guys.